Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to 50 States of Gay. Today I'm in Minnesota, joined with a special guest to share his story, his unique perspective, and his future political aspirations, probably running against me in the primaries. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Gabe. I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm super excited to be part of this project today. Yeah.
Go Bucks. Or Minnesota. Go Gophers?
Go Gophers.
I said it once. All right, so let's kind of talk a little bit about your experience. So when did you come out?
So I came out probably 9th or 10th grade, so 14, 15. That was on social media, Facebook, and I got like a really good reception. And then to my extended family, people that might be more hesitant to accept, that was by senior year, 18. So, and it all went pretty well for me. I didn't lose any friends over it or anything. I live in like a super progressive area and stuff like that. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And you mentioned to me, at least, that while you had the positive reaction outside the LGBT community, inside you face racism, a little bit of negativity.
Yeah, I think that, within the LGBT community, one way that I see it is there was a time where people within the whole community had to stick together because everyone was impacted by HIV/AIDS epidemic. Everyone faced discrimination, but now we're in a place where some people have more fortunes. If you come from like a wealthier background and you're gay and can get married, you may not face as much discrimination. So I found that trying to reach out and make different gay friends, or you're looking for different romantic interests, there can be kind of sometimes a division with race that we see across America in other ways too.
Right, and I feel like it's not just in the LGBT community, but
Right.
It's so sad to see one minority group separating out another minority group within ourselves.
Yeah.
We're already marginalized, why do it more?
Right.
And so do you see that getting better, worse?
I think that I wouldn't necessarily see it getting worse. I think that there needs to be like a whole lot of conversation about it. One thing that I'm super passionate about is, helping communities that are struggling more. So I know that actually one of the most discriminated against groups are transgender people of color. They face kind of the biggest gap when it comes to opportunities. And so I think that a huge step that we can take is work within those communities and kind of help them out to make sure that they have equal access to things. So kind of how that started was I felt, sometimes discriminated against based on my race within the gay community. And so I just want to make sure that other people, we can try to like mend those gaps and stuff like that.
It's fantastic. And I love that you kind of like have all this together at 21. Like you've got a plan, you're articulate, and I feel like you should be like hosting the show right now, doing this whole thing.
Oh.
He's like, ugh. But no, seriously, I think it's pretty great that you do that, and you're very politically involved, right? So what are you doing this summer?
Sure. Well, what I was doing is I've been across the Midwest a little bit, helped out Bernie Sanders, and of course we're reaching the end of the primaries, and I'll vote for whoever is not Trump in the end. No, I've been really excited to help out progressive candidates. I've been doing this kind of thing since I was about 16. So whether it's phone banking, door knocking, I just find kind of being involved in the electoral process is a way to really to make change. So this summer I'll be out there helping different candidates, and eventually whoever the Democratic candidate is, I will be out there for them too. So that's my plan.
Poor Gabe is sitting here with me right now, and we're recording this video on the night of the last primaries in America. And it's all but been decided and announced that Hillary Clinton is the nominee. And Gabe here is a Bernie delegate at the national convention, which is still a huge deal.
Yeah.
Still a great thing. One day you might be the candidate at the convention, right? Maybe, who knows?
I always say my goal is governor. President, okay. I don't need that.
All right, so I can get the Minnesota endorsement when I run.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, done.
Yeah.
You saw it here first. It's already committed. No take backsies.
No take backsies. Deal.
Great. I just said take backsies with a political endorsement. Man, the future's bright.
Some of those Trump people want to take it back, but I will write in stone for you. I trust that you won't make any mistakes.
Perfect. I love it already. So being so politically involved, being so passionate, kind of well articulated, what advice would you give to someone to reach the point where you're at, to be confident enough to be an activist in your own right?
Sure. Well, it doesn't matter, what exactly you're passionate about, if it's politics or a different, some people love volunteering for nonprofits or things like that. I think the first thing is, there are going to be people that say no and don't do this, and you have to push back against that. There'll always be people that want to try to hold you back. But I think the other thing is you have to be very committed. So I volunteered in politics at the age of 16, and it was, I felt super cool because I was like one of the younger people doing it, but a lot of people were dismissive. You're not going to get hired right away. I didn't get my first actually paid political job until a few years ago. Mm-hmm. So, it takes a lot of time. You have to be committed, but in the end, you will see the results that you want to get.
That's fantastic. Trust me, guys, this kid's gonna run the world. Like, I've known him like an hour in person, and I'm like really impressed. Like, I'll move to whatever state to vote for him at this point. So
it's part of our pack.
Yeah, that was in the deal that was behind the closed doors. So
that's right.
Back rooms. Well, thank you to Gabe for joining me here in Minnesota, and thank you to you all for watching this episode of 50 States of Gay. Please make sure you click subscribe on my videos below and follow Gabe on all of his social media links in the description at the bottom. Thanks again for watching, and make sure you make the world a better place with everything you do. Bye, guys.